This is TWiT.
I am going to say that I think Apple, they didn't announce new iPad Pros, but their new iPad Air is practically a Pro, right? An 11-inch Pro. It's got a USB-C connector. The styling is the Pro styling. It's got Face ID. And most importantly, the new iPad Air has a very fast, I think it's the fastest processor they sell now, right? Jim, is that right? Or am I wrong on that?
No, you're right. The Air has the new A14 chip. There still are some differences between the Air and the Pro.
You don't get the LiDAR.
Well, it's a 10.9 inch screen as opposed to a 12.9 inch screen. So the screen is one thing. The number of cores that are actually used is different too. The Pro still uses more cores than what the Air does. But
it's on a lesser chip, though.
Yes, exactly. I mean, this is not ideal for Apple to release
confusing. Yeah.
a brand new chip on a lesser iPad. The cameras are different. The Pro has an array of cameras on the back where the Air doesn't. The Pro has 1 terabyte of space. It has True Motion or ProMotion and True Color
hertz refresh.
And so there are very noticeable differences. Somebody like Alex would probably still want a Pro. Besides that, even with the A14, they'd probably still go by a Pro because there are a lot of other things going on in there that the Air just doesn't account for. Now, even if you look at the iPad 8th generation, for the average user, that's going to be
amazing
the perfect device.
$329.
Yeah, I mean that's just going to be, and that's for the Wi-Fi. If you want cellular, it's $459. Right. So, but the iPad Air is a very powerful system. I don't think that there's a lot of people that came out after the event and asked, well, why would I ever want a Pro? I think once you start digging down to those real Pro features, you start to see that there are still reasons to have the Pro. Now, when the Pro does get the A14, I suspect that they'll allow the Pro to use more cores and be even faster than the Air, even though it's the same chip.
How much of this is also, by the way, I love it that they have Touch ID in the on-off switch.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would like to see that across the board. Now that we all wear masks, Face ID is not quite as great as it used to be. But I wonder how much of this is just flexing Apple silicon. This is their first 5-nanometer chip. Yeah. It is a mind-boggling chip. I can't remember. They had the numbers of transistors and this thing. It almost as if they're saying, "Okay, Apple Silicon, here it comes."
Well, and also, I think that the integration again between the hardware and the software, and being able to build the silicon exactly for what they need, becomes a really compelling process and really difficult to compete with for other people because everyone else is trying to do it all. They're getting it from over here and kind of piecing it together over there. And Apple being able to really move towards all of those things together is a big advantage. Yeah. And I do think that the separation between the Pro and the new Air is actually pretty good because folks like me won't buy anything without LiDAR at this point, because we can see what's happening as a Pro user. But it definitely solves most of what you would want to do. The vast majority of it is solved with the Air. It's an incredible value as an iPad.
It also works with the Magic Keyboard, which I think was a big differentiator for the Pros. Is it the same Magic Keyboard that you would get for an 11-inch Pro, or do you have to get one? It is. So that's good news if you already have an 11-inch Pro, for instance. And I think the Magic Keyboard and the trackpad really make the iPad something different, something new.
The Magic Keyboard literally changed the way that I use the iPad. My iPad Pro, I I would never use the iPad Pro in a way that Alex would, or maybe even Georgia would. I mean, I'm writing, I'm doing my thing, but the keyboard, the Magic Keyboard really changed. So I think it's probably one of the best accessories that Apple has put out in years.
I agree.
Yep. And if you pair that with the pencil, now you get kind of everything, right? And I'm not an iPad user. Like we, have a goodle of iPads lying around the house. My husband was an iPad user. I used my Mac, and he has the Pro, and he was always you know what? Now I have a better computer than you do, because of the weight of the Logitech keyboards, and I didn't like the other keypad and the way that it sat up. I did not find that comfortable. But now with the pencil, this is now lightweight. I could bring it anywhere with me. I think that people that use a computer for work, this becomes a better solution because you can use the pencil, and with the new software, and this changes the game completely. And I think that this is a great value. And I think that a lot of businesses, I would have loved if they had an option that was kind of even cheaper, but this is an amazing option for people, right? And you end up with Touch ID, so you're very secure. It's really good. And the colors, I'm not going to lie, I am attracted
I love
to
the
that
colors.
pink.
Which one would you get?
The colors are beautiful. The pink one. I'm not even going to say. Rose gold. I shouldn't say pink.
It's pink. It's okay.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's really the one thing that I'm kind of amazed at is the surround sounds that doesn't seem like it should work.
Because it's only two speakers
in the iPad. It's only two speakers, and if you listen to something that has surround sound, it's this huge sound around you, and I'm just I don't understand that. I don't understand how that works. That should not work, and it does.
That is another difference. The Pro has 4 speakers, and the Air has 2, I believe.
Yeah, just 2.
But that is a good point. That this is where Apple's magic of making stuff work that shouldn't work really comes out. But when I got my iPad Pro and the Magic Keyboard, I used it for months. I never used my Mac. The only reason I went back to using my Mac, and that's what I'm using now, is because I was testing out Big Sur. So then I started using my Mac again. But I didn't feel like I was missing anything using the iPad with the Magic Keyboard. I just, kept going, kept doing my thing. All the apps that I needed were there. Everything that I needed was there. And, like Alex said, with LiDAR and the things that Apple's coming out with, you could probably do more on an iPad in a lot of cases than what you could on your Mac. So, but it's all in what you become comfortable with.
So it's only wonks like me that say, "Oh, it's 5 nanometers, A14 Bionic. This must be better." For a normal user, you're going to look at the feature set and they're going to say, "Well, I need this or I need that," and it's going to make sense. Because I thought with the release of this A14, that maybe that sets the clock ticking to update the Pros, because even though they just updated them, they no longer have the fastest processor out there. But you don't think that's the case, Jim?
I don't think that it's as important as what some of the
just me.
Some people thought that was important. I don't think it is, because there are a lot of Pro features and a lot of power in the iPad Pro as it is. Now, are they going to update that with the A14? Of course. They may even bump that with something else, but they are definitely going to update it. But like you said, they have Apple Silicon Macs to consider in all of this too.